I think we're all familiar with the concept of modern art and the fact that modern art is slowly degrading and it is not once what it used to be. Now, when I talk about modern art, I'm not just talking about, modern artwork, visual art like that. I'm also talking about, songs and movies and such, just cultural art in that matter. And it's really going on a downward spiral, which could reflect society, and I believe that it does. So when I talk about visual art and how that reflects society, I think we can all agree, we just take a step back. I'm going to show you the Surrender at Saratoga, very well-known painting of the Revolutionary War, and then I'm going to show you a modern art painting. You can't tell me that these require the same level of skill. You can't tell me that these two are on the same playing field when it comes to, artmanship and craft work. You can't tell me that these things are the same, because they're not. The difference with modern art is that our society has evolved over time. I don't care how you feel. I don't care. You put a paintbrush across a canvas and you say, "Oh, that's my sad line." I'm sad because of that, and that's how I feel, and that's why I'm painting it. That doesn't give it meaning. It's still not good. I don't care about how you feel. It's about how your artwork looks. And, I feel like the society as a whole just kind of, we kind of soften up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, your artwork had to be good. Now, if you don't like my artwork, well, then you just don't like depressed people. It's not really how it works. I just think your artwork's bad. Even being with movies and stuff like that. Nobody makes any good movies anymore. It's all TV shows. And why is that? It's because of the money. I've made multiple videos on this in the past, but, TV shows are going to make you more money than movies did. So that's why a lot of people chase the TV shows now more than a movie. A movie, cinema, a picture, that's artwork. I can't say the same for a TV show. Completely two different things. And then, of course, songs, I just feel like, especially in the music industry nowadays, it's just completely lost its soul. I've never really was much of a, modern rap guy, modern country guy. I feel like those are really only the two main popular genres now. But, I like old rap. I listen to some MF Doom, Ice Cube. Those are all good things. They're actually intelligible. The lyrics make you think. They got good beats in them and stuff like that. But nowadays, with the rap music, it's just a bunch of, nonsensical words that people are talking about. And, their beat sucks, and it's just all words. There's no filler, there's no instrumental in between. Good songs that have instrumental in between the words, to make you really think about the beat and stuff like that. And, murder, gang, kill, not to sound, ironic or anything. That's all the new rap stuff is. And even modern country, it's lost its soul, too. I like some good old country, Hank Williams Jr. and, that kind of stuff. I'm trying to think of the name. The Charlie Daniels Band. Yeah, Hank Williams Jr. and Charlie Daniels Band. That's some good stuff. There's actual soul behind that music. Now you got, Luke Bryan, hunting, fishing, loving every day. Buddy, you're not hunting, fishing, loving every day. You live in Nashville, Tennessee, practically a mansion, and you got a beach house that's probably worth more than your actual house. Buddy, you're not hunting, fishing, living every day. Hank Williams Jr. He actually snorted cocaine every day and drunk whiskey till he couldn't walk. There's actual soul behind that music. There's truth. Luke Bryan's not hunting, fishing, living every day. It's just the little stuff. It shows where a society has gone, and really just that modern art in general has lost its soul. And really going back to the rap stuff, there's not a lot of instrumental and stuff, and even I would say this applies to pop music too. It's just so fast paced, so many words. You don't get a lot of songs that kind of slow down nowadays. Even the country songs are pretty fast, but it's not even going to sit here and talk about the internet and stuff like that. That point's driving all the time. It's more just the advancement of capitalism. You can't go down an interstate without seeing a billboard. You open the newspaper, you get advertisements. Anywhere you go, you get advertisements. It's really just just so much is happening. Really in the everyday life, driving and stuff like that. And like, it's just so bombarding, like your calendars, fill all your calendars, stuff like that. It's just really a reflection of where modern society has went. So, yeah, like, especially if we just cover it all, sum it all up, modern artwork, we care too much about people's feelings is pretty much what I have to say about that one. Reflection on society. Movies, yeah, people are just chasing the money nowadays. There's no real passion in any of the artwork anymore. It's just about the money. And then the songs, how does that reflect? There's no soul, You talk about it, but you're not really about it, You can talk about hunting, fishing, living every day, but you can live in a mansion. You can talk about snorting cocaine and drinking all day, and then you can actually do it. So it's just really people just lost the soul. There's no purpose. People are just going after the money, and really people are just not really worried about making good artwork anymore. It's just all about filling the motto, I would have to say. With that being said, the uploads are going to slow down a little bit because the public education system is once again calling me to partake in the incredible learning environment that it has deployed. So I'll probably, like, once or twice a week, if I can, I'll try to upload. But yeah, they're going to scale back drastically. I might try to get a big video out before the uploads stop. Maybe JFK, maybe Nabe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. With that being said, stay safe and stay hydrated.